Sea Star Base Galveston is a staple of the skyline and waterfront of Galveston Island. Sea Star Base is a 501c3 nonprofit with the vision of creating a place for all people, especially youth. Here the community can grow and develop their love of water-based programs. This 5-story building off the causeway was built to serve the entire Galveston community and beyond. Sea Star Base has hosted major sailing and boating events, fishing for all ages, weddings, and a variety of meetings and programs. Here is the story of Sea Star Base Galveston.
We were able to get the properties next to us. One by one, we were able to enlarge our footprint here to build the Sea Star Base. The neat thing was, before this was built, the kids would come down and they would stay on the sailboats. We had camps, but it was porta toilets, sleeping on sailboats. We had a 20 by 20 tent with picnic tables, so that's where we'd eat. So it was more rustic camping conditions. Charles's idea was to build a place where the kids didn't have to travel so much. So by having them here and everything here at the Sea Base, it gave them what they needed. They could wake up, they could eat, and then they could get right out to doing program. That was something that was nice to see, because it was a lot more efficient, and all the kids, they spent more time doing what they needed to rather than traveling. To me, there's nothing better than hearing those kids screaming out of excitement when they catch a fish.
When I did tour here, I noticed how many people's lives got changed through the camps that they offered, as well as some of the environmental stuff that they were doing here. And the environment was really nice. Everyone was so happy, and the facility is so awesome. The amount of phone calls and emails we get asking, can we do more of these water activities? Can we do more fishing? Can we do more sailing? Even our summer camps, kayaking, stuff like that. Coming here and experiencing it was eye-opening to see that we could bring in, kids who didn't have the money to be able to experience this stuff and get to experience it. I definitely liked it and wanted to be a part of it somehow. So as I got to kind of learn more about it working here, I definitely liked the mission and the whole past and upbringing that came to be Sea Star Base. Not just the people that work here, but the whole community that has been here over the years and that's come through. Things that we've done here over time in terms of changing people's lives, you can really tell.
There's a big list of things that make this place special. First of all, just look at it. I mean, it's beautiful. It's a state-of-the-art facility. It was constructed for the purpose of educating people on marine safety, boating skills, all the things that I and everyone else here are very passionate about. So that's one of the things that makes it so special. We had this whole amazing facility to serve not just us, but the community through Sea Scouting and through training programs to make sure that people were prepared for any and everything that could happen on the water. So being directly involved in the program and the purpose of this facility, and then also just the people make it really special. They come here and catch this one little fish, and it's the most amazing thing in the world to them. It gets me every time. That's why we do what we do, is because it impacts lives directly, and it's been wonderful to watch it come to fruition at this facility.
I don't know what it takes to build a dock, but I could see it takes a lot of planning, a lot of hardware and maintenance. That was a big endeavor for my dad. That was a big learning experience, how to put the pilings in, just that themselves. It really kind of blew up from there to grow into this, his passion. So, he actually pushed me to make that movie. So if you've seen it already, that was something that he was really passionate about.
Boats equipped with motors. This is 1K, and next to it is
He
2K.
wanted people to have access to the waters. That's not something that they can go in their backyard, or maybe they don't have a boat. It's a place that where people come to, that this is their desire. I think if they came from a place that's kind of landlocked, this is pretty much exactly what they're looking for in this area. Just as advertised, there's planes going on, and there's so much wildlife. There's a lot to experience just here in this town. Yeah, and I want to keep it that way.
I think it's been a good community facility. There's a lot that goes into being an adaptive facility, and we took all the steps to make this an adaptive facility to include everybody. We've got a beautiful marina here that can be utilized for fishing programs and also sailing. And I think there's a lot of opportunity for that. And that's what I would like to see. It's a lot of the maritime programs and education. We've had weddings here, we've had fishing tournaments, we've had a lot of events with various businesses and organizations around Galveston. So it's been a place that was able to be shared with the community to do a lot. The way it's been built out, there was a lot of thought put into it. Looking at various marinas up and down the coast, I think we've built a really good marina, and it does good with the boats, and it's great for fishing too.
These docks, they're built better than any other docks on the island for sure, in my opinion. And where we are located right now in Offutt's Bayou is very unique on the island because of how deep the water is. With that, Offutt's Bayou offers things like dolphins, which you don't typically see where it's slightly shallower. We get a lot more of that here. This building is very interesting how it was built. The downstairs from the first to the fourth floor is all outside except for the rooms. So we actually use the sea breeze to cool our hallways instead of using AC. The building is completely concrete, and that makes it hurricane resistant. From the second and third floor, we have cabins as well as suites. You have the same thing on the fourth floor, except that the suites are like a bigger layout. Originally, when the building was built for scouting, the idea was the higher rank you were, or I guess the longer you were here, the higher floor you would stay at. So the top floor was designed with a little bit bigger living quarters for the counselors or the scoutmasters.
So it's a LEED Platinum facility, meaning it's one of the most economically efficient facilities ever constructed in the state of Texas. I think there was only ever one other facility in Austin that was as economically friendly as this. The solar pavilion provides power to the entire facility. We have these big rain silos on both sides of the building that can hold hundreds of thousands of gallons of rainwater that irrigate throughout the property. It's also the docks and marina and all of the boats and all of our assets here make this place one of the best equipped facilities in the United States, if not the world, to be conducting world-class sailing and marine education programs. In terms of the entire facility, it was definitely, as I said earlier, it's purpose-built. It could be utilized as a lot of different things moving forward. My hopes are that it, of course, remains focused on marine education because of the impact that has on people's lives and the lives it could save through education and preparation for people going out on the water, whether it's recreational or commercial.